At about 6 months, we were already seeing some very unsettled signs from him. The behaviour started to become prolonged. So by 18 months, he was still wanting to be swaddled, still wanting to be held, still wanting to be rocked to sleep, patted. I had already seen back when he was quite young his obsession with bins, and he would push them for hours and hours and hours. We would have to get in the car in the garage to avoid bins. By 18 months, there was total regression in his speech. He was diagnosed with what's called sensory processing disorder. In 2019, we started noticing an increase in unsettled behaviour, the increase in stimming, the increase in agitation and aggression, the increase in meltdowns where he would just scream for hours. There were several windows broken, and that's really hard to tell. So by the time I'd convinced my husband in February 2020 that something was really wrong now, and we'd had a chat with the paediatrician, everything started to shut down. Assessments stopped. Lots of therapies stopped. So 2020 August, things started to calm down a little bit again, and we managed to get on the Aspect wait list. By the end of October, we finally got an appointment, and that's when they told us that he has autism. And it was such a relief for me. It's been a massive adjustment. We went through NDIS and finally got some funding in December. And we did start therapy. End of 2020, there was another lockdown, and that happened to be where we live, which is Avalon. And all we could think as a family is not again. We just cannot do this because we've already lost a year. And what if we lose another year? We're back in lockdown, obviously, for 2 weeks.
Are we at home? Are we in lockdown?
We are in lockdown. And what does that mean when we're in lockdown?
There's corona and COVID. It's a virus.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that virus means that, like Jackson, many other children cannot access their intensive therapies in the school holidays. I feel that if this progresses into the school term, these children that have already lost a year of therapy, like Jack, will start to decline very rapidly.
Ah, Sam, look at your face, look at your face. That's the thing about early intervention, isn't it? You want to do it early. You want to do it early before they get to school.
There's one cute kid, though, just kind of going, welcome to our community, little guy. He's awesome. Yeah, absolutely right. And at the moment, we're looking at the biggest failure that we've had in the NDIS. They're proposing massive radical new changes that will cap the early intervention at ridiculous numbers, which are just a few $1,000s for little kids like Jack. They're having a meeting about it on Friday where Minister Reynolds is approaching the state ministers and saying, look, you know, we want your in-principle support. We have phone banks, people ringing up and saying, look, our kids need help. We need people to be able to access more supports and services. So I really feel for Mum.
Any words to Mum of advice, support and so forth?
Yeah, I think, you know, it is really, I'm also a carer as well as being autistic and having ADHD. I'm really lucky because most of our family are also neurodivergent. So our normal is you know, being autistic. I do have one special little kid who's a nurse and who is neurotypical, not her fault. We love her anyway. And, but, you know, the rest of our family is all kind of autistic, ADHD, other type of neurodivergence, normal. And, so, you know, there's an awesome community. There's heaps of support. There's heaps of peer support. And for Jack and awesome organisations like ASAN and PWDA that can help out.
Yeah,